Low bites.
Amari, the greatest sniper in existence, second in command of the prestigious Overwatch, a friend, a mother, an inspiration. But all of that stuff, that's in the past, and Anna has fallen from grace. So what actually happened? Over 30 years ago, the Omnic Crisis began. Robots across the world forgot their programming and began a worldwide murder spree on the human race. Pumping out hideously large numbers of Bastion units to destroy humanity, the Omnic Crisis struck hard. Now Egypt was heavily hit, and with the country's security forces mostly destroyed, the country was relying on their elite snipers for support. Known throughout the land, Amari was believed to be the world's best. With her marksmanship, instincts, and on-the-fly decision-making skills, she became an obvious choice for the strike team that was formed to fight back against the Omnics and end the crisis. The nations had grouped together to give their very best, and Anna was accepted into this unique team. Together, the original 6 ended the Omnic Crisis by striking at the Omniums around the world, stopping new production of more Bastion units and finishing off those that remained. The mission was so successful that the group nations decided to keep the team together to use them as a strike team against more than just the Omnic Crisis, but every major threat to the world's safety and security as a whole. The team became known as Overwatch and began recruiting new members, growing and growing. Unlike others, Anna remained an active duty of the strike team, led by Jack Morrison. Despite her wealth of knowledge for tactics and strategy, she became second in command but stayed in the field. Her position and status was ahead of even Gabriel Reyes. Anna would go on to serve Overwatch well into her 50s while caring for her growing daughter. Amari grew up around Overwatch agents, heroes and warriors, and it was nigh impossible she would not feel the desire to one day join them, even if that was what Anna wanted the least. Anna had hid her fears from her daughter and the sheer weight she carried her whole life, remembering those who she's killed, remembering the friends she's lost over the years. It was a hard and dangerous life. Despite that, the world moved forward, Overwatch moved forward, and enjoyed a golden age of prosperity and safety for the entire world. But then, a few years later, it happened. Amari's death. The organization known only as Talon had taken hostages, and Overwatch had sent a team out to save them. Jack Morrison was leading the operation, with Anna watching over them as support. As the mission began, she was reflecting on how hard she was finding it these days. The lives she is forced to take are taking a harder toll in her older age. But despite the reflections, Anna was working hard to keep her team safe, taking the lives she must take. Jack reported in. "All units, this is Morrison. We have the hostages. Moving out. Anna, you ready?" Blasted out of the radio. It was going good, seemingly perfect. No lives lost, all enemies taken care of, even if it had cost Anna something to do it. "Where's the shooter? Anna, report." 2 agents fell in the blink of an eye, shots that came from 2 different directions in a matter of a second, and Anna had suddenly lost family members she cared deeply for. And she'd been spotted too. Talk about a shit day, guys. Repositioning, Anna moved to a new spot, only to watch as more of her family died in front of her. Using explosive drones, Anna flushed out the shooter, giving cover to her team and the hostages. But before Jack could order Anna to fall in and escape with them, she switched off the radio. Angry, ashamed, Anna refused to leave without finishing the enemy sniper. A sudden explosive shot almost ended her right there and then, but it gave her all she needed. Anna now knew where the shooter was, but the shot was an impossible shot. She only had one chance. Using the fast-moving wind and long range, Anna managed to make her greatest shot in her lifetime, bouncing a bullet off a wall to ricochet straight into the shooter's head. Insane. However, the helmet protecting the shooter had saved their life. Her life. Amelie Lacroix, Widowmaker. She was supposed to have been kidnapped after the murder of her husband, an Overwatch agent. But in reality, the entity known as Widowmaker had killed the former agent. Brainwashed by Talon, Widowmaker was the living weapon. And in that moment, the rush of information and shock had stunned Anna. But Widowmaker, she worked fast. For Anna, this was her final mistake. She was left behind, gravely wounded, thought dead by both Widowmaker and her friends. The world had left Anna behind, but she would not leave it. Crawling away, blind with pain, she survived, somehow. Given a chance to step away, to leave the life of burying her friends, losing those who matter to her, she faded away and allowed her friends and enemies to believe her death was in fact true, giving her a brief peace from this life. This peace was short-lived. The world was suffering greatly and her friends were being hunted by the very group that had almost killed Anna. They needed help, and the thought of her daughter Farah, it pushed her. She trained to become a functional weapon again, to be able to protect those who matter to her. She would not give up. Anna has now rejoined the world, coming back from the dead just like Jack Morrison and Gabriel Reyes. For better or worse, she seeks out her former leader, but for what purpose? Find out in my recent video on just that. It's linked in the description, or you can just click on the picture on screen if you wanna. Damn, that's crunchy. Thanks for watching and listening, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I fucking love making these, and it's been a little while since the last one, I know. Sorry about that. It's great to see people enjoy this series with me, though. Please suggest in the comments who you'd like to see in the next Lore Bite, but I must admit, I think Farah would be a great follow-up choice. Either way, guys, I will see you next time. Bye for now.